Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Bouncy. Here we are with another set review of set 3 of Dragon Ball Fusion World Raging Roar. This time with the green cards. We just did the blue one a while back, so if you want, go and watch that. I also did the red cards as well. So, yeah, this time we're reviewing green and only green cards. This is the color I'm most excited for. Well, okay, not really, it's black, but this is the second one, second most, because I play green, I play droids, and I'm excited to play with the new cards in this set as well. So, let's get started. Our first card is the leader, the new green leader, Piccolo. Regular backside, on attack, draw a card, on awaken, at 4 or less life, awaken, draw a card, same thing. And then at the back, oh man, that looks so cool. It's him doing the special beam cannon. Same thing, like all leaders draw a card on attack, right? And then it has the ability auto once per turn when this card attacks. When this card's attack deals damage, if you have 8 or more energy, switch it to active mode. So this is basically a double attacker on a leader. I think that's very powerful, especially with the new cards that we have that can just pump your leader's power on the by itself. There's also like since this is green, you have access to Gigantic Meteor, you have access to Ramp. You're gonna get to 8 energy. That's no question. And this is just gonna be online very fast, very quick. And double attacking is very strong. It might not be strong against Jiren because Jiren will basically just draw 2 cards if you double attack into him. So there's that. But yeah, we'll see. I like this leader though. Built him. He's more of a mid-range kind of leader. What you want to do, at least in my opinion, is attack, swing into life. If your opponent takes it, you swing into their bodies. While you use some of your effects that say, oh, for the turn this leader gains this much power, which we'll see I wouldn't say quite a lot, but enough of that in this set that we don't have to worry about that. Alright, as a leader, it's hard to evaluate this card right now. Hard to evaluate this card, but I do think Piccolo is very good. I just think, wow, this might be biased, but I feel like droids benefits the most with the power for the turn ability, and we can't double attack. Yes, that's for sure, but we have ways to re-stand our leader, and that's just much better as well. So, I do think Piccolo is good though. But if you can't deal damage to your opponent, this is basically vanilla. But it still gets there though. It still gets there because even if you don't deal damage, if you're swinging large enough, you're still taking cards out of their hand. So that's more than good enough. I'll put him at a B+. I'll probably change my mind once I actually see it more in action. Like someone else that's not me piloting it. If I see them pilot it and I'm like, oh, I'm blown away, I'll change my mind and put him up to A. Because I do think he can be A+ material. Alright. Next card, King Yenma. 1 cost, 5k, 10k combo. If you have 6 or more energy, play up to 1 skill-less battle card with a cost of 1 or less from your draw. So basically this just says, hey, have free 20k combo, right? Free 20k combo, or it's also just do this, play a 1 cost, it's a 25k swing because they're gonna combo King Yenma. I don't think it's great though, but we'll see. I may be wrong because I can see some potential with this card being absolutely nutty for go wide strategies right now. Alright, I do think he's not that great though, so he's a C. Next up we have Kami, 1 cost, 5k, 5k combo. Look at the top 5. Pick up Piccolo. Pick up Piccolo. Reveal up to 1 Piccolo and add it to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom and a random. This is a cantrip. Like, cantrip. There's not a lot of good Piccolo targets. Most are vanillas. But yeah, the one that it does search for the one that's most important to your deck. So he is a C. Not that great, but not bad either. Pretty average. Next up, we have, I think my favorite card in this set, and my favorite, like, low rarity card. 1 cost, 5k combo, on play, return 1 extra from your energy to your hand, add the top card of your deck to your energy investment. This is basically a cantrip, but you know what you're drawing. Like, let's say you charge a Gigantic Meteor, or you charge a Destructive Strength, something. This is basically a free charge. And then you play this down, grab the extra that you just charged, put it, and then just charge it, like, you charge from the top. This is a very good card in my opinion. I like it a lot. It's also like a less energy taxing Cell Junior. You know, Cell Junior you can play for free, but this one you can't, which sucks. But it's still basically the same concept. You grab an extra, you have more combo power. You can either swing big with it or not, or you can use it for, like, you know, grab some of your other extras that might be useful, like Big Bang Attack, you know, Big Bang Attack, or the new, like, 5 cost extra for Piccolo that we have. Yeah. I'm very high on this card. I think it's a B minus though, B minus, B plus. We'll see. Next up, we have North Kai. 3 cost, 15k blocker, 10k combo. If you have 6 or more energy, add up to 1 card with a cost of 5 or 6 from your drop to your hand. So this one is weird. It reads very well. You can cycle your droid back. You can cycle your Piccolo 6 cost SR back. You can cycle the 5 cost extra back as well with this card. The only problem is it's a 3 cost. Can be easily bottomed by blue, can be easily popped by green, can be easily rested by yellow, minus by red. It's you know, in order for you to play this safely, you need to present a bigger threat on the board. You have to present like a Broly, you have to present a Cell, a double strike android. Anything else has to catch their attention in order for you to play this properly and block with it. Because otherwise this is just a dead card. I do like the concept of it though. I do like the on block, 6 or more energy. So easy in green. Grab a 6 cost or a 5 cost from your drop to hand. Like, sometimes I regret charging my 6 cost double strike androids, and this will help me just grab it back, you know? But I don't think it will survive. That's my problem. It's a C, C minus, but I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I like how this card reads. So next up we have Gregory, 2 cost, 10k combo, blocker, on KO, play a North Kai with a cost of 3 from your hand. So combos with the North Kai we just looked at, but this thing, much like the same thing with Kai, it's not great. It's a D. North Kai could actually be a D plus, like at its worst. But yeah, it's not great. This thing's just bad. I don't want to play a 2-drop blocker. It's easily removed. Next, we have 3 costs, 20k, 5k combo, on play. Choose up to 1 field with Android in its special traits in your battle area and switch it to active. Android 7. This thing is amazing in Cell. Very amazing in Cell. It's a great card that you can just basically ramp twice with it if you're at 6. Or you can just draw 3 cards off of this, and then it swings for 20. It's a 5k. They're really underpowering a lot of the Android cards but I can see why, because if this was a 25k, it won't be easy to swing into. And it also just helps you ramp so much faster as well. I don't know about playing this in droids. I was initially very high on it, but then when I started playtesting, the only time you could actually play this is like if you went second with the energy marker. Otherwise, it's basically another copy of your 4-drop Android 1718 that gets 3 androids from your drop and puts it back in active mode. So it's basically like, if you can't find those, this is like another copy of it. But yeah, I still prefer the 4-drop stuff. But we'll see. I could be wrong. I like this card. Anytime there's a droids card, I'm very high on it, so I'm putting it at a C. That's my opinion. In Cell, it's good. In droids, it's a replacement for your 4-drop, is what I like to think about. Next, we have Cell, 5 cost, 20k blocker, 10k combo. When KO, choose up to 1 card with the cost of 4 or less in the battle area and add it to its owner's energy in rest mode. This thing sucks. It's a 20k. It's a 5 cost as well. Like, yes, I get it that you want it to be easily KO'd, but for 5, you're... Honestly, with how fast some of the games go nowadays, there's no way you're playing this. There's no way you don't have a better play on 5 energy than this. Like, KO Han's so much better. It's also a 10k combo and a 30k swing. Like, that thing, like, the only reason why you would play this is, like, because there's a Vegeta port, like, and you want to get rid of it. That's the only reason why I would think of playing this card. Otherwise, this thing just sucks. Again, we don't have a sack outlet. Blue has all the sack outlets in the form of Beerus, but if we just had a sack outlet that can just pop this on our own, I think it'd be a great card. Otherwise, it's just not. It's unplayable, honestly. Like, I'd actually even rate it lower than Gregory, because Gregory at least has a decency to be only 2 energy. This thing's 5. It costs way too much. You should be doing something else with 5 energy, you know? Next up, we have Cell again. 8 cost, 50k. On play, your turn if your leader is Cell. Choose all cards with cost 6 or less in your opponent's battle area and add them to their energy in rest mode. On KO, place 1 card from your energy in its owner's drop. Play this card from your drop in rest mode. So this is very interesting because it's your turn. It's only on your turn. So even if somehow this gets KO'd during your opponent's turn, its on-play effect won't happen. So it's you know, like, I thought at first it didn't. You can do the on-play on your opponent's turn, but then I read it. Oh, your turn. Okay, we're good. Because this would be annoying to target with a Broly, with a Cell. Cell badly needed a board wipe, in my opinion. And this is its board wipe. Like, Cell really, honestly, Green in general really struggles with these indestructible bodies that they keep putting out. Now that we have Jiren, Forecast Jiren, we have Zamasu, we have Vegeta, we have the barrier Majin Buu, which we'll get to when I review Yellow. But this thing gets rid of all of that, right? And now you don't have to worry about it. The only thing you have to worry about is giving your opponent like 4 energy because you played this card. 4 more energy to work with, right? That's annoying. This card is hard to rate. I would have loved it if this was a 7 cost and not an 8, because already you're struggling enough as it is to get to 8 with how many, like, for example, droids by themselves, they can go so wide that Cell won't have time to respond to it, you know? They'll just keep pinging it with the 4 drops and the other 20k swings they have. 20, 20, 20, 20. Frieza has the same thing. I don't know how relevant Frieza will be in this meta, but I guess that's why they printed the Android 17 card, so that we can ramp to 8 much faster. I don't know, I haven't done the math nor tried to playtest it. But yeah, if this was a 7 cost instead of an 8, I think it would have been great. Otherwise, because it's only playable in Cell, it's a C plus at best. But it is the best board wipe that we have right now. So there's that. Next up, we have 0 cost, 5 power, 5k combo. Farmer with power level 5. This thing, I thought this was a 1 cost vanilla, you know? Like, but it's 0 power. 0 power is, I mean, 0 energy is insane. Like, okay, in an ideal world, you play this with Cell, Ginger Town, get to like, in an ideal world, you have 4 in hand and Ginger Town, you play all 4, and then drop down Ginger Town. Now you're like 4 energy, you're at 7, right? That's amazing. That's freaking amazing. The only problem is, I'm not so high on Ginger Town. Ginger Town's such a meme. It's a bad card. Mainly because of the fact that what you're doing is you're basically wasting combo power that could have been used on offense or defense to charge all of that. Because Ginger Town says, place all of your Earthlings in your battle area into your energy in rest mode. That's huge. Like, you didn't even have a chance to combo out of it. You didn't even have a chance to like swing with those or like anything really. Like the reason why I like the droids ramp so much is because I can use some of the droids as combo, put it in my grave, and now I ramp with it in my grave. It's done its job like twice over now, because one, I comboed with it did its on play effect, and now I'm using it to charge my energy. Like, that's amazing. Ginger Town, meanwhile, is like, oh, I'll play this card, and then I'll just basically say I'm 20k combo out now because I charged all of these standing combo cards into my energy. Like, unless you had a way to like swing with them, then it's just, you know. But this is a very funny card. This is a very funny card. Don't get me wrong. I love this card, but it is just a vanilla. It's a funny vanilla. This is probably the longest I've talked about for a vanilla. The first 0 cost battle card as well. This is Son Goku, searchable off Chi-Chi, vanilla. Like, you know. For the memes, I rate the farmer higher than this vanilla. Next up, we have our first SR in Son Goku, 6 cost, 30k, no combo, blocker. On play, and when it's KO'd, draw a card, then add up to 1 card from your hand to your energy. So it ramps. It's a very annoying threat that's on the board. Like, its presence is gonna be on the board because you do not want to KO this and give your opponent a card, but it's also blocker. So you might want to get rid of it at some point. This is a good card. Probably not the best green card we've had at all in you know, in a while. Like, Cell's probably the best green card we've had. But yeah, this thing's I like this alt art though. This alt art's insane. It's just him on the cloud and Piccolo, like, they're just going off on a mission, trying to like. This is good. I like the SR, but I think it's just a B plus at best. And it is a blocker though, so I just prefer my double strike droids, I think, for that. This is Gohan. 1 cost, 15k, 10k combo, vanilla. You know, nothing else to write home about that. Because of how cute he is, holding that little hat, I think I'm gonna rate him higher than Goku as well. Next up, we have Super Combo Gohan. Amazing. Great card. An amazing card. Unfortunately, we can't search it off Chi-Chi. But still, amazing card nonetheless. Next up, Nappa. 6 cost, 40k, 10k combo, vanilla. The SR Goku is just 100 times better than this card. For 6 mana, you want to be doing something else. Playing double strike droids, playing that Goku, playing the Piccolo, man. Like, honestly, I played it even lower than the farmer. For 6, you want to do something else, man. It's just not great. Next up, we have Bubbles, 1 cost, 5k blocker. On KO, play a Gregory with a cost of 2 from your hand. Same thing as Gregory and not blocker, it's a D. This thing's unplayable. It has no combo as well. Like, it's one cost 5k, at least give it a 10k combo. Like, come on. This thing's unplayable. Next up, we have Piccolo, Vanilla. An amazing Vanilla. Because it's searchable off Kami, and you need as many Piccolos targets as you can get if you want to play just the Piccolo rank. Next up, we have our second SR, 6 cost Piccolo, 30k, 5k combo. The 5k combo is very nice. On KO, add top card of your deck to your life, so you basically heal with this card. Activate main once per turn. If you have 8 or more energy during this turn, the next time you use an extra cost of 5 or less from your hand, you don't have to pay the cost. This could be anything. I like the effect. Basically, this is a 6 energy play, but it's worth 11 energy, right? Is how you want to think about this card. It's a great card. I think it's also very hard to swing into or try to kill because you're giving your opponent life when you kill this thing. So when you KO this thing, you don't want to do that. But this synergizes well with the packages we have right now. You can use an Earth Destroying Blow. You can use I don't know, Sensu Beam. I think, does it work with Sensu Beam like that, or do you still have to pay the 3? I think you have to pay the 3. But yeah, just playing something for free is always good to me. I'm gonna rate him an 8. I like him, and if you look at this art, oh my god, that parallel, that AA is just that's amazing. It's him with a special beam cannon. It's great. Next up, 1 cost, 5k combo. Draw 1 card, Chi-Chi, Bulma. I almost said Chi-Chi. Bulma. It's amazing. Ginger Town target for all you memers out there. And we've only ever had like 1 cantrip, which is Goku, and that's a Saiyan. Now, because of this, we actually... Ginger Town might actually be viable, and I might be wrong about like Ginger Town being bad, just because of this card. It's cantrip, C+. I love cantrips. Next up, 7, 45k, 10k combo, Vegeta. It's a vanilla, probably one of the worst vanillas. For 7 energy, heck, even, you're probably at 8. When you're playing green, you're probably at 8, you're not at 7. You could do so many other things instead of playing this card. I'm not that high on it. My buddy keeps telling me I'm wrong. I don't know about that. We'll see. The future, right? We'll see in the future. Next up, we have 3 cost, 20k, 5k combo. Raditz, on play KO one of your Earthling only battle cards with a cost of 1 or less. And then ramp. It's ramp. You do have the you have to have the requirement of KO an Earthling because that is part of its cost. It's not like KO one of your Earthling only battle cards with a cost of 1 or less, period, then add the top card of your energy, because in that case, if you don't have an Earthling to play, you just do the second effect. But yeah, this thing is just kind of, I don't know, man. I think, I don't know how to feel about this. C- is what I think. Like, we'll see. I may be wrong, but yeah, the requirement's a lot steep. Just because having one of your cost 1 or less Earthlings survive even like 2 turns is asking for a lot, you know? Alright, next up, 6 cost, 35k, 0 combo, blocker, Raditz. On KO, look at top 5 of your deck, play up to 1 skillless battle card with a cost of 7 or less, then place the rest at the bottom of its owner's deck, and a random order. Much like, this is the reason why we have Nappa and we have Vegeta vanillas in the deck. I just think there's better things to do. This is not a great card in my opinion. The blocker feels nice, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I just don't think it's there. C minus, just because it's a very tough to get rid of blocker. Right, next up, we have the ramp for Piccolo. In my opinion, a better destructive strength, because if you have one open, like 3 open energy, which maybe you do, maybe you don't even play Broly's or cells in Piccolo, so you get to like 9 or 8 and have just 3 open. So yeah, you play this Days of Training, 3 cost, activate main if your leader is Piccolo at the top card of your deck for energy and rest mode, so destructive strength on the first half. Activate battle, choose your leader or up to one of your battle cards and it gets plus 40,000 power for the turn. When I first read this card, I thought it was 30,000. Now that I'm reading it again, it's 40,000. I'm like, this is way above rate. Like, this is better than like this provides more power than Gigantic Meteor. But it does cost 3 energy open, and that's a lot to ask for in this game. Like, having 3 energy open is so hard, unless you're playing like an uber ramp deck, you know. But yeah, I think this is fine. This is a C. It's a better destructive strength for Piccolo. It's just good. It's a better alternative than destructive strength in my opinion. And I think you want to play this, and you want to play the Piccolo that ramps Akami instead. I don't think you want to play destructive strength, because that's way too many bricks in your deck if you're trying to play Piccolo. Next up, we have Scouter, 2 costs, extra. Activate main. Choose 1 card from your opponent's hand, reveal it if the revealed card's cost is less than or equal to your energy at the top card of your deck to your energy and rest mode. The only time I see this, like, actually being useful is turn 1 with the energy marker. You play it, you're gonna get something cost 1. Exact. Like, you're gonna get something cost 1 or more. Like, I don't know. I think, wait, no, it says choose 1 card from your opponent's hand. The revealed card cost is less than or equal to your energy. Maybe it's another way to ramp. I don't know. I just feel like you have better ramp targets. The only feasible way I see this, like, actually being on, like, you play this is if you're at 5 energy, because most things are 5 costs. There's exceptions like Goku Black and the Frieza Secret Rare, but yeah, the only time I can see this being played is if we're at 5, you know, because most things are 5 cost or less. This is just a doo-doo card, I think. I don't like it. It's not great. Maybe I could be wrong. We'll see, right? Next up, we have Special Beam Cannon, 5 costs. This is the one that synergizes with your 6-drop. It is activate main, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. Then if you have 8 or more energy, choose your leader or up to one of your battle cards, and it gets plus 30k for the turn. So the for the turn part is important, because now your leader Piccolo, if you play this, you swung, you hit, so your opponent took damage, you restand again, you can attack again, the plus 30k power is still there. I think this is a good card, it reads well, but I do feel like you want to be playing, I don't know, Cell or Broly instead, because they do this like much better. It's a body on board, but because I am a droids player, I want to play this in droids with the Android 20 3 cost, 20k 5k combo. You can discard a card to blow it up, and now you can restand Android 17 card. So you can restand your leader or your double striker, but that costs a lot of mana, you know, a lot of energy just to do that, because you're probably not playing the 6-drop Piccolo in that deck. But yeah, like in an ideal world, I want to be swinging like 70 double strike with the Android 17, 18, and then restanding it with the Jiro, and then yeah, go ham, right? Like, or like even just with my leader, swing 60 twice. That's already good enough value for it, I think. We'll see. We'll see with this card. I think it's a B- though. I feel like Broly's just better or sells better. So yeah. Next up, we have Son Gohan Youth. 2 costs, 20k, no combo. Permanent. If you have 8 or more energy, your leader gets plus 20k. When attacking once per turn, tap 2 energy at the top card of your deck to your energy investment. This is one of my favorite SDRs, not just because of this amazing alt art, but just because of that first line of text. If you have 8 or more energy, your leader gets plus 20k. That's insane. I'm always thinking about it in a Droid standpoint. Like, if you have all 4 of these on the field, like in a, you know, in the dream world where we have 4 of these on the field and they didn't die for some reason. These things, like your leader is what, 40, 80, swinging for 11. My math is weird. 110,000 power. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. I like this card. Like, I like this card. It's also early ramp. On attack once per turn. Tap 2, add the top card of your deck to investment. Like, if you're playing second and you have the energy marker, you just play this down right away. You just, no hesitation. Plays this down, swing, tap 2, ramp. And then because this is 20k, the most they can do to answer it is play vanilla, swing 20 at it, or they use their, you know, or combo out of it as well. Like, they're gonna play vanilla, swing 10, that's 2 cards out of their hand already. Or if they don't even do that, minimum 2 cards. Minimum 2 cards always, because if the 20k swing vanilla into this card, like, you block it, right? You just, their leader has to swing into this, because this is a threat. This is a threat. Their leader has to swing into this. So now they have to combo out of it as well, to combo into it as well. So minimum, this card basically says 2 costs, take 2 cards out of your opponent's hand. This is a very good card. Very good card. One of my favorite secret rares. I don't know if it's a 4 of though. It's a little bit hard to justify a 0 combo in green because you already play a lot of non-combo cards. But I do think you want to play at least like 2 of these in the deck just for that early ramp, you know? I'm gonna put them at A. Most green decks would want this card. I think he's better than Piccolo, 100%. But yeah, the 20k power boost is nothing to scoff at as well. Like, that's a lot of, like, most of the green leaders will now swing for like 40 minimum if you play this card. So yeah. But yeah, this is my thoughts on the green cards for set 3 Raging Roar of Dragon Ball Fusion Realm. If you have any questions, if you think, you know, I may have rated something wrong, just comment down below. And yeah, that's about it. See you guys. Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.